Why did you start the business, and what challenges were you facing in your existing sort of job roles and things that brought this about?
So I've worked in the medical industry for the past 15 years, and every single day I've witnessed that the MedTech supply chain is fragmented, highly fragmented, and in most cases getting a medical device from the manufacturer to the hospital globally is actually very challenging. Because the way the industry is set up is that manufacturers use MedTech distributors, and they will import medical devices in their market, and they take on the responsibility not only from a regulatory point of view but also sales, marketing, etc. And because the medical device industry is so vast, it covers everything from robotics to plasters, it's very difficult to find the right distributor for your device in countries around the world. So it's very, very challenging. And medical device distributors, they're always looking for new products for their hospitals, for their healthcare systems, not only to drive healthcare forward, but also to boost their own business and their own sales. So for them, finding new innovative devices that are developed in other countries is quite challenging. For example, how does a distributor in the Philippines find out about a product that's manufactured in Bristol? So it was about finding a way to connect manufacturers and distributors more effectively to then make innovation available more quickly where it's needed in hospitals around the world.
So a truly global platform then.
It is,
yeah,
it is.
It's great. It's going to have a really big impact on people's healthcare and access to these technologies across the world then.
Exactly, exactly.
And so when you came to decide you wanted to do a platform, what was your thought process there? How did you think about finding a software company, and what process did you go through, and what was important to you?
Yeah, so initially we started out as an independent consultancy in the MedTech industry, and we found that by having manual processes, we were restricted in as to how many companies we could actually help to internationalize. So we soon realized that technology could actually do our work much more efficiently, and on a wider scale as well. I saw that there are a number of companies that provide off-the-shelf, ready-to-go marketplaces, but I soon realized that we needed something more advanced and bespoke for what we were trying to achieve. And various people recommended going to Asia, going to India to have a platform developed at lower cost, especially as a startup when funds are restricted. But it's also quite risky. You know, you have the communication problems, time zones, and quality standards can differ. So I realized that I wanted to work with a company that was fairly local to me. And also, as a woman in tech, or a woman with no prior tech experience, it was also very important to me that I was treated with respect, and wasn't just thrown into a sea of tech jargon that I wouldn't be able to handle. And Newicon just ticked all those boxes. Yeah, so that's who we ultimately decided to partner with.
So yeah, let's just talk a bit about the actual functionality of the platform quickly. So obviously a matchmaking platform, people listening will sort of use their mind to imagine sort of people coming together with problems and solutions, and you're putting them together. Do you want to just sort of describe how it comes together and what features that you've got and what's coming later?
So now what the platform achieves is it brings manufacturers, distributors and hospitals globally together in a digital space 24/7 all year round. So manufacturers can effectively promote their innovation to distributors and hospitals on a global scale, and distributors and manufacturers are able to discover innovation easily simply by accessing the platform free of charge, and make contact either with their local distributor or the manufacturer directly. So it's really now accelerating the availability of innovation globally.
Okay, and how did you find the experience with sort of the design and the prototyping and that side of things? Did that really help? Or?
Very effective. It was very effective, and because I hadn't gone through such a process before, it was quite eye-opening how easy it actually was in the end, because when you start out it seems like such an overwhelming project, but going through the different phases with Newicon has really been a lot easier and a lot straightforward than I expected.
And it's quite a fun part of it as well, isn't it? Because it's sort of your vision that's been in your mind for so long, and you're able to then bring it to life before we code and things like that. So yeah, I think it just sort of de-risks the project, and everyone knows what you're building before you put code down. So.
Exactly, and what I found very interesting was that I had this idea in my head, but to actually see someone else producing it in real life better than I imagined, that was quite fascinating.
So what was the major cost sort of associated with the way that you were doing it before? Was it mainly you were traveling a lot, or was there sort of long contracts involved? What real problems is the platform benefiting sort of financially for people and yourself?
So of course there's a lot less traveling now, although travel will still be part of our industry, because ultimately it's medtech, you have to educate end users, it's a highly regulated industry, but it's reduced the amount of travel I need to do. But also, because we ran an MVP on a cheap Wix platform, it was not great, but it was vital to prove the concept. So that aspect hasn't produced cost savings as such, but it's dramatically improved efficiencies within the business, because everything was run manually before, and now the platform has taken on that responsibility from us, and we're able to onboard a lot more companies than we were before.
Yeah, and they can go in and add their products as they add new ones to their sort of catalogue.
Exactly, yes.
And how many people have sort of the platform taken on so far? What's the uptake been like?
Steady. So we haven't seen a steep curve. We've seen a consistent, steady growth of the digital network, and we're onboarding more companies every single week. So yes, it's been consistent and keeps growing. Yeah. Yeah,
and the feedback's been great in terms of they're finding the new products, and it's matchmaking as it's supposed to. They're getting benefits from it.
Exactly. It's already generated loads and loads of connections. So
this has been over what sort of period of time?
The platform was launched last autumn.
So what are your next steps for the business and the platform? What sort of future innovations do you have planned for it? Where do you see it going?
Okay, so we have just launched the integration of hospitals into the platform, which really is revolutionary and an industry first. It makes it much easier now for hospitals and doctors, clinicians around the world to source innovation. For example, if I'm a surgeon and I want to see what's out there for my particular specialty and for my practice, I can just log in, discover innovation, and make direct contact with the local distributor or the manufacturer. And we've just launched a number of other functionalities, such as videos and inbox.
So the communication can be done straight through the platform then now.
Exactly. And now, of course, with AI, there's so many possibilities now, but I can't say anything just yet. So
keep a few secrets under wraps for the future. You'll hold something back.
Exactly.
Apple have been doing that for decades, so good marketing.
Yeah.
So I hear you've been nominated for a couple of awards. Tell me about how that came about.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was a big surprise, a good surprise. Yes, we've been nominated for the Digital Project of the Year, and also Innovator of the Year for the Women in Tech Excellence Awards. So yeah, that was a big surprise, and we were alongside big other companies such as Sainsbury's, Vodafone, etc. So yes, it was
wow,
good.
That's incredible. Well, I hope you go on to win it. So fingers crossed for you.
Fingers crossed.
Really exciting times ahead, and it really feels like a platform that could shape the sector. So yeah, congratulations on where you've got to date with it, and we look forward to being part of your journey going forward. So
definitely.
Thanks for coming in today. And
thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.